The masked truth. Sothea never imagined the city would feel so lonely. He had arrived from his remote village with nothing but determination, believing that hard work would carve a path toward a better life. Each morning, he woke before dawn, balancing his classes and endless hours of labor. His rented room was small, his meals were simple, but his dreams were vast. Sothea never imagined the city would feel so lonely. He had arrived from his remote village with nothing but determination, believing that hard work would carve a path toward a better life. Each morning, he woke before dawn, balancing his classes and endless hours of labor. His rented room was small, his meals were simple, but his dreams were vast. He had arrived from his remote village with nothing but determination, believing that hard work would carve a path toward a better life. Each morning, he woke before dawn, balancing his classes and endless hours of labor. His rented room was small, his meals were simple, but his dreams were vast. Unlike his friends, who lost themselves in city pleasures, Sothea kept his distance. He knew the dangers of distraction, knew how his early ambitions could slip through fingertips when caught in the lure of nightlife. Still, friendship had its weight, and one evening, they dragged him to a KTV club, laughing as they promised him a night to finally have some fun. Inside, the air was thick with perfume and smoke. Neon lights pulsed against the walls, and the sounds of clinking glasses mixed with flirtatious laughter. Then she appeared, a girl, dressed elegantly yet worn by the world she lived in. She sat beside Sothea, her fingers light against his sleeve. Her voice, a melody of false tenderness. "You don't have to be shy," she murmured, coaxing, pushing. But Sothea was not like the men who came here searching for fleeting moments. He pulled away, his heart pounding, his breath uneven. "No," he said firmly. She'll laughed, whether out of amusement or pity, he wasn't sure. And then, as he turned to leave, he met someone else, a woman, strikingly confident, leaning against the doorway with arms crossed. "You really ran away," she scoffed, her lips curved in mockery. A man scared of a girl. He didn't respond. He only walked past her, feeling the weight of her words linger long after he had left. Years passed. The city was unforgiving, but Sothea endured. He graduated, pushing past exhaustion, past hunger, past nights spent questioning if he would ever truly make it. He found a job, earned respect, built himself into something greater than the boy who once lived in shadows. The people he had known faded into the background of his memory. But while Sothea rose, the world of KTV crumbled. The club's owner, once untouchable, was arrested, leaving behind his only daughter Kanya to fend for herself. She had never known struggle, had never feared survival. But overnight, her life became nothing more than uncertainty. No protection, no stability, no identity. So, she erased herself. She cut her hair, she lowered her voice. She dressed as a man. No one questioned it. And when she sought refuge far from the city, she found work in Siem Reap, where no one recognized the girl who had once scoffed at a stranger. Then came fate. Sothea arrived in Siem Reap for work, unknowingly stepping into the same company where Kanya had built her disguise. By sheer chance, they were assigned as roommates. At first, he only saw familiarity, the ghost of a face from some distant past. But something never felt quite right. His roommate was quiet, guarded, and unlike the other men, this one never removed his shirt. The unease settled into silence, until one stormy night, it cracked. Sothea awoke to find his roommate sitting by the window, shoulders tense, eyes far away. Then he noticed a single tear slipping down a carefully controlled face. Something inside him stirred. "You hide too much," he said softly, a silence thick enough to swallow time. Then, a whisper shaken, fragile, "I'm not a man." The truth unraveled slowly, painfully. Kanya told him everything: the fall of her family, the shame, the fear, the desperate need to disappear. And Sothea listened, not with judgment, not with pity, only understanding. He had spent his life fighting for survival, but she had spent hers hiding from it. In some way, they were the same two souls shaped by loss, yet standing on opposite sides of fate. Something shifted that night. Walls crumbled. Their silence no longer carried distance, it carried quiet, comfort. In time, tenderness replaced hesitation, and when Sothea reached for her hand, she did not pull away. They fell in love not as the strangers who had once crossed paths under neon lights, but as the people they had become after life had rewritten them. No, this geese is no pretenses, just truth.